Good evening, my fellow wizards. Now, if you are not already gripping your wand tightly, please do so and raise it before you. If you don't happen to my fellow wizards.
Motherfucker!
Now, if you are not... That didn't go to plan, my lads. I was trying to do a bloody scheduled one today and it's all gone tits up as ever. It might be best to see if anyone can hear me before I do any more. Good God. Trust me to try something different and try to schedule something. It all went tits up, my lads. Anyway, right, I'm gonna repeat what I said and then let's pretend this bit never happened.
For God's sake, man!
I've got various things open here. Pretend again that nothing untoward has happened. Here we go. Good evening, my fellow wizards. Now, if you are not already gripping your wand tightly, please do so and raise it before you. If you don't happen to have a wand, grab the one nearest to you and give it a damn good squeeze. For tonight, we shall be traveling to a forbidden realm fraught with danger. Bare-breasted maidens cavorting with demons that all resemble, in some way, penises. One's up, my lavs. One's up.
Boys down!
Okay, hello there, my loves. Apologies for that absolutely awful beginning. I don't really know what I'm doing here. I thought it would be nice to schedule it for once, and I accidentally opened a separate live stream and started talking to thin fucking air. But there we are, wizards and technology do not readily mix, my loves. No. Anyway, as ever, you may all play what you wish, or ask what you want, and I shall play it, of course. That's the only track I had lined up, and that was music from Chameleons by Gary Newman. Now, we could stick to what we previously had, which was music featured in films or indeed television from the 80s or 90s or whatever the fuck you like, or we can just go off piste and all get our titties out and have a jolly good time. But yes, I'll leave it all up to you, my loves. So just to segue into that section, I'm going to play one more track off my own back, and that is Wedding Bells. You might be able to hear the bells in the background here because the local church are practicing their bellendery. And this is a song by... no, wait a minute. This is Wedding Bells by Metronomy. Fucking hell.
Yeah, I hear wedding bells, but then I feel they feel your best friend. I'm my best friend. Yeah, I hear wedding bells, but they're not for me. They're for my best friend. I'm your best friend.
What a cracking little number that was, my loves. Wedding bells indeed. And there will be more bells in the background. Before too long, they're practicing their art, shall we say. I used to be a bell ringer myself. I believe it's called campanology. And it is actually quite fun. We might be able to hear that now. But it's also dangerous, because if you have a loose grip and let go of the rope, the fucking rope flies all over the place. It can grab the nearest neck and string you up. That's a true story. It can happen. It's never happened to me, but I have seen it. And the rope will suck itself up through the belfry, and you could wind up getting mashed against a great big bell. Cheers, Pip. Right, I've already queued your song up. That's the consummate professional that I'm attempting to be. Oh, hello there. Pulp Mortem is here. I can't see the wizard dancing, so I'll just imagine it. I am dancing back here, my love, but I don't have my robes on. In fact, I'm completely naked, so that's why you're not seeing anything. Tim here. I'm playing my anime nerd card by requesting this, but can I get Again by Yui? Well, you certainly can, my friend. I will play it directly after Dead Can Dance by the host of Seraphim. So, yes, that's what we'll be doing now. Anyway, I hope you've all had a lovely day, or if you're over further shores from here, that you're halfway through the day and you're not losing the will to live already. Who can tell? The only way to broadcast. Indeed. Yes. Yeah, so, yes, you're already imagining me naked with my wand flying all over the place. What a gentleman. Thank you very much. Anyway, let's put another song on before I say something I shouldn't, or get my wand out on the camera. Naughty. Here we go. Here's the next song, my loves.
See
Well, that was absolutely beautiful. Thank you, Pip. My goodness. Ethereal. I felt as though I was floating through a dreamscape then on my way to the fridge to get myself a can of beer. But yes, so anything native or tribal going on screen, they slap this fucker on as a backing track. Yes, it's like the way they roll out the panpipes whenever something mildly spiritual is going on. I do like a bit of panpipe, of course, but that was wonderful, absolutely wonderful. Also using one of the later Alien movies. Interesting. Hopefully when something absolutely awful was happening. That's the only place to use such a thing. Oh, hello there, Nucky. Oh, Nucky's snuck in there. Lovely. Lovely to see you, Nucky. Now, I've already got a song queued up. Tim's choice. Theme for request. Well, yes, Jake. So we tend to, or the last couple of ones, we've been dallying with movie soundtracks or film music from the, let's say, 70s, 80s and 90s. Or anything that reminds you of films, perhaps. It doesn't have to be, it doesn't have to directly reference films or anything, but yeah, just something that'll move us, emotionally or perhaps even sexually. Hello, Shuffle Boyle. Oh, yes, hello, Shuffle. Shuffle may be shuffling out some jazz later. It's a possibility. But anyway, right. So Tim, right, the only version I found of the song you want, it's mostly in Japanese. I can read a tiny bit of Japanese. The only bit I can read, it says karaoke, so this might be a karaoke version. I'll try it. I'll start it. If you say nay, I'll sling the fucker off and I'll find a better version. But anyway, here we are. This is Again by Yui. My apologies, Tim. Yes, unfortunately, Spotify doesn't seem to cater for your needs there. But what I'll do is I'll pop on YouTube in a minute and find a better version, and we'll play it again. But in the meantime, I will do Matthew G's request. This could be tricky for me to type in, but we'll try it. It's in Bulgarian, and as you all know, I'm not fond of I'm not very well versed in the tongues of other languages of other countries, but I'll give this a go. So, Kaval, is that right? I've got multiple screens open and I can't see. Wait a second. I think I found it. Now, according to this, it's 2 minutes long. Is that right? Yes, it must be that. Right, bear with me. Right, I'll play this and then I'll find the other one. Absolute pro. Apologies. Right, let's give this a go. Wonderful stuff. Wonderful stuff. That reminds me of a Morricone track featuring a choir of female singers. I don't recall the name of the track, but yeah, very reminiscent. And if that hasn't been used on a film, they're missing a trick there. Yeah, wonderful stuff. Wonderful. So Tim, yes, I found your track on YouTube, so I will be playing it next, and then we'll be slapping a bit of Bowie right on after with Within You from the Labyrinth soundtrack. Wonderful stuff. I've sung that a number of times. That may be coming your way. Not today, my loves, but on another video perhaps. I do like singing Bowie's songs. No, I hope you've all had a wonderful day. I've been back to work. This is my second day after the Easter break. Because I work for a school, I get the school holiday. So we had 2 weeks off for Easter, which was absolutely splendid. But it's gone past in a fucking flash, and it's horrible being back, I must say. The children are fine and wonderful, but it's just being imposed to work, generally speaking, isn't that much fun. But it's made all the worse by the fact that I've been given a decrepit car to drive this week. It's pushing 200,000 miles, and it's a bone rattler, and for my poor bones and aching joints, it's not very nice. Going back to a manual stick shift, it's causing me a lot of pain, my loves. Send a spell my way, send many spells. Point your wands at the screen of your choosing and fire it directly at my penis. Anyway, right. Hello, Joshy boy. Right, Nina Simone, for all we know. Right, we've got a playlist already forming here. But, right, I'm going to guzzle some more beer and let's listen to Tim's offering again by Yui.
してしまうにはまだ人生長いでしょう。やり残してることをやり直してみたいから、もう一度行こうかないために生きてるんだって叫びたくなるよ。聞こえていますか、無難になんてやってられないから、帰る場所もないの優しさにはいつも感謝してる。だから強くなりたい、懐かしくなる、こんな痛みも歓迎じゃん。
ああ、素晴らしい、ティムさん。日本の音楽は大好きよ。うまい、うまい。And anyway, wonderful track, wonderful track. Never heard of that before, but I've added that to my YouTube music collection. I mean, I'm just going to talk about it very briefly here, but when I lived over in Japan about 20 years ago, and at the time there was a group called Morning Musume, and it was I think they were called, it means morning. I think it's morning daughter, something like that, and it was a collection of, I suppose, I don't know, over a dozen young girls singing various songs, and I was quite attached to one of them, Mari Yaguchi. She was my favorite at the time, and I had various posters like a teenage boy. But anyway, that's another story. Right, so I will be getting Bowie up next. Yes, we've got a few other ones going on here, so they're all being added, my loves. I'm not going to miss anyone this time. I may do though. I may do. Arigato. You're welcome, Tim. I speak a tiny bit. I've lost the little I used to have. I managed to conjure that using a spell. But yes, I do like the language, I must say. And it's tricky to learn at the beginning, but after a while, for an English speaker or American, the English language, it isn't that hard to pronounce. Unlike Chinese, I think that's a lot more harder to get your tongue around, let's put it that way. Anyway, without further ado, let's get a bit of Bowie in the mix. And this is Within You from the Labyrinth soundtrack.
Precious thing, you starve and near exhaustion. Everything I've done for you. I move the stars for no one. You've run so long, run so far. Your eyes can be so cruel, just as I can be so cruel. Though I do believe in you, yes I do. Live without the sunlight.
What a cracking song. What a cracking film. Absolutely wonderful stuff. Bowie was perfectly cast for that film, of course. And if you do listen to I've got the whole soundtrack on CD. I heard it years ago. I used to listen to it a fair deal. But the Bowie tracks are superior, obviously, to the... I don't know who the other chap was, but he did the more... the background music, really, setting the atmosphere and all of that. But, yeah... absolutely beautiful. If, of course, we ignore the fact that he's a grown man pursuing a 14-year-old girl through a fantasy world trying to steal her baby. He's a naughty man, that... what was he called again? Jareth or something? I can't remember now. Anyway... okay, so Shuffle Boyle's been to Tokyo and Kyoto a few times with work. Lovely country. Yes, fine places to visit there. Kyoto is particularly splendid with all of the hidden temples you can find here and there mixed in with all the modern concrete. Lovely place. My mum's favourite artist. Grew up listening to Nina Simone there. Right, lovely. Yes, I know her more famous ones, I suppose, but yeah, I don't have much experience with her music. Good thing I have the day off tomorrow. I can get a bit slosh. Good man. I've got work tomorrow, so I'm sticking to a one can scenario for this evening. But truth be told, the past 2 weeks I very nearly killed myself. My poor liver must be completely fucked now. I've got that blood test in a few weeks. But crikey, yeah, it gets harder to deal with debauched sessions as you get older, of course. Gareth? Is it Gareth? With a giant sweat cock included with the outfit. Indeed, it's weird. I mean, we saw it as children. I was slightly older, I suppose, when we first started watching Labyrinth. But my sisters absolutely loved it, and they were, I don't know, they were very young at the time. But we all were mesmerized by that codpiece. It was quite a thing, wasn't it? God knows whose idea that was when it was primarily aimed at children, but there we are. It goes down in history as one of the greatest additions to any outfit worn by David Bowie. Labyrinth, the movie where Bowie spends a lot of time playing with his balls. Yes, indeed. Yeah, the ball twirling bit at the beginning with the crystal balls. That was have you ever seen any of that? The behind the scenes, the making of that. Of course, it was before CGI and all of that. So they had a professional ball handler who was directly behind David Bowie at the time, and his arm was just sticking out in front of him playing with those balls expertly. One should add. But yeah, you should see that footage, because it's even more miraculous than the actual scene in the film. But anyway, there we are. I'm digressing. Let's get the next one up. So this is For All We Know by Nina Simone.
For all we know, we may never meet again. Before the ripples in the stream. So baby, love me tonight. Tomorrow was made for sun. Oh, but tomorrow may never come. For all we know, yes, tomorrow may never come. For all we know.
Well, that was lovely. My goodness. I was listening to that. I was trying to find the next track and also how to pronounce the singer's name, which I couldn't discover, so I'm going to butcher it, unfortunately. But I was getting slightly emotional. I mean, I didn't weep or anything, but there's something about her voice there, isn't there? Powerful stuff, very powerful. Right, so Jake is suggesting I release some merchandise here with Uncle Jimmy's pop-up radio show on it. That's a really good idea. I've thought about doing something like that in the past. Things with wands on and things like that. I may get around to that, but we'll see. We'll see about that. Like a later, more political stuff. More okay, right? So I'm a bit of a noob where Nina Simone is concerned, but I really liked that. I really enjoyed it. Thank you, Josh. Right, I've queued the next one up, so I will butcher the hell out of this, unfortunately. So I know as much as this chap is Brazilian, so I'm going to say Su Jorge. How was that? Oh dear, I'm sorry if I've got that wrong. But anyway, this is his version of David Bowie's Life on Mars. Indeed, Mississippi, goddamn. Indeed. Yeah, lovely stuff, lovely. Right, I'll pop this on. This is 3.5 minutes. Enjoy, my loves. I've never heard this version. Okay, here we go.
Muitas vezes o coração não consegue compreender o que a mente não faz questão, nem tem forças para obedecer. Quantos sonhos já destruí e deixei escapar das mãos. Se o futuro assim permitir, não pretendo viver em vão. Meu amor, não estamos sós. Tem um mundo a esperar por nós. No infinito do céu azul, pode ter vida em Marte, então vem dá sua língua, então vem, eu quero abraçar você. Seu poder vem do sol, minha medida, meu bem. Vamos viver a vida, então vem, senão eu vou perder quem sou. Vou querer me mudar para uma life on Mars. Muitas vezes o coração não consegue compreender o que a mente não faz questão, nem tem forças pra obedecer. Quantos sonhos já destruí e deixei escapar das mãos. Seu futuro assim permitir, não pretendo viver em vão. Meu amor, não estamos sós, tem um mundo a esperar por nós. O infinito do céu azul pode ter vida em Marte. Então vem cá, me dá sua língua. Então vem que eu quero abraçar você. Seu poder vem do sol, minha medida. Meu bem, vamos viver a vida. Então vem, senão eu vou perder quem sou. Vou querer me mudar para uma life on Mars.
Whoa. Yeah, that was a beautiful version of that song. Never heard of that. But although I must have, because I have seen The Life Aquatic, the Wes Anderson film. But yes, lovely stuff. Lovely. Far more emotional, really. You're all getting me emotional here, my loves. Yes, I do like those the Wes Anderson films. The last one I saw fairly recently, the Royal Tenenbaums. Really like that. His style is wonderful, isn't it? The use of colour and the composition of the shots and all of that. Unfortunately, I remember seeing, it might have been about a year or two ago, with the rise of AI generated stuff, and they were feeding Wes Anderson imagery into those hellish machines and coming up with various pictures that were aping that style. Such a shame. I don't agree with that at all. But there we are. I'm going off on a tangent there. Right. So Christian, yes, he's from Argentina. He appreciates that on a level that most of us do not, I'm sure. The lyrics, I'm assuming they're more or less the same, but just in Spanish, yeah? Yeah, I'm assuming so. But yeah, the album that was from, I mean, was David Bowie, I'm probably making this up, but was it based at all on Ray Bradbury's The Martian Chronicles at all? I don't know. I know was it Elton John's Rocket Man, that was based on one of those short stories. But again, I might be just plucking that out of the ether. Now, right, so there was another suggestion for another Nina Simone. So this is Feeling Good. I know this one. So this is about 3 minutes long. Let's pop that on and then see what else pops out. Here we go.
Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day. It's a new life for me, yeah. It's a new dawn, it's a new day. It's a new life for me. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And I'm feeling good. Fish in the sea, you know how I feel. River running free, you know how I feel. Blossom on the tree, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. I can fly out in the sun, you know what I mean, don't you know? Butterflies all having fun, you know what I mean. Sleep in peace when day is done, that's what I mean. And this old world is a new world and a bold world for me. Yeah, yeah. Stars, when you shine, you know how I feel. Scent of the pine, you know how I feel. Oh, freedom is mine, and I know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me.
Lovely stuff, lovely stuff. Rousing, rousing. Right, I'm back out of my torpor now and feeling pretty damn good, it's got to be said. Right, thank you, Nucky, for your suggestion. Now, I don't know this, although, again, if that was used on the series, then I have heard it. But if it's from the game? If it's from the game, then maybe I haven't. But I know my brothers have played that. And it may one day wing its way to my gaming channel, but I've got so many games stacked up ready to go that it's well, it might happen in a few years. Yeah, I love that. I loved the series though. I thought it was brilliant, really wonderful. And all of that horrible, there was a lot of horrible stuff said about the actress that played Ellie, what you call Bella Ramsey, yeah. What's all that about? I don't understand it. I mean, what these people, they want, I don't know, like an overly sexualized young girl, a pretty, model-esque woman playing that character. I suppose that would be closer to the game, but I thought she looked brilliant. I thought she had really striking features and a wonderful actress indeed. But there we are. I'm just going off again, my loves. It's the beer talking. Right, Civilian by Wyoke. Right, that will be coming soon, Jake. Yes, I do have a gaming channel. It's if we call my normal channel mildly shambolic, the gaming one is monumentally shambolic. I started it around the same time as the other one, so it's been up for about 5 years, and I've got 200 subscribers. So it's never really grown, really. It's stagnated, but yeah, whenever I play something, I pop it on there. It's just a passion project, I suppose you could say. But anyway, there we are. Right, so let's play the main theme from The Last of Us and see what that sounds like. I'm intrigued. Here we go. Yes, very nice indeed. Very nice indeed. Now, yeah, I can see what you mean. I mean, I'm looking at the cover art for the Last of Us album there, and yeah, the young girl looks nothing like the portrayal on the series, of course. But I don't think that matters really, does it? I think if she embodies the gusto that the young girl likely shows in the game, then I think that's fair enough. I thought she was brilliant, really. I really did. I unfortunately I can't see your wand, but I'm hoping you're doing it in anti-clockwise motion with the occasional figure of 8, which may or may not look like the rotor blades of a fast-moving helicopter. That's what we're going for. Thank you, Rich. I can feel it. It's moving. It's moving gravity. They're sending gravitational waves with your great big wand. Yes, wands up, everyone. Wands up. It's that time of the evening. Firmly holding my wand on one with one hand, a can of beer in the other. It's a good night. Now that is it's conjuring wonderful visions. Visions! Right. If anyone knows what film that was from, you're going to get a special surprise from me. It might be a brief glimpse of my wand. Anyway, yes, splendid to see you, Rich. Rich has popped on. Thank you very much. He's probably my longest running follower on this channel. We met via, well, he had his own channel, a retro gaming channel. He's very busy at the moment with life stuff, but yeah, fantastic chap. Hopefully he'll be able to reprise his YouTube existence one day. Hopefully. Right. Wood at the ready, wand mode. Excellent. Wood, motherfucker. Right, let's get the next song on. So this is Jake's suggestion here. This is Civilian by Y Oak. I think, is that how you pronounce it? Let's have a gander at this.
I am nothing without pretend. I know my faults can't live with them. I am nothing without a man. I know my thoughts, but I can't hide them. I still keep my baby teeth in a bedside table with my jewelry. You still sleep in the bed with me, my jewelry and my baby teeth. Mother's Day, civilian.
Excellent stuff. Excellent. I just added that to my list. I'm adding most of what we're listening to today, my loves. Wonderful suggestion. Thank you, Tim. What is that from? Oh, was that from you, Tim? No, it's from Jake. Sorry. Yeah, where's that from? Was that used on a film or something? I don't. Yeah, it could easily be used. I suppose most music could be used in a film or TV show if it was placed right, I suppose. Yes, I will. I'll play yours next, Tim, for sure. Cry for Me by Castle Rat, definitely. Right. At this point in the evening, I thought I'd tell you a little story. So I haven't prepared this. I was just racking my brains for something to talk about then. And I thought, right, what I might do is every time we come on, I'll tell you a little story about my life. So, right, okay. Can't remember, just heard it on some film. Right, well, it fits the brief. That's enough, and it's beautiful. Thank you. So, as we were talking about Japan earlier, I'll tell you a little story about that time. And so, I lived up in a rural part of Japan, up in the mountains. Nothing there. It was just a tiny village of farmers with rice paddies. These poor old people were all hunchbacks. They're just walking around because they spend all day hunched over planting seedlings. So every time I could escape those confines of the mountains was a great day. So one day I borrowed someone's car. It was all free and easy over there. I made some friends in the neighbourhood and just willy-nilly let me borrow their vehicles. One day, I took me and a friend of mine who was from New Zealand, a young chap. He was only 17 at the time. I was 22. We went to the nearest city. It was the prefectural capital of that particular prefecture. And we were just a couple of cats about town, I suppose you could say. And we spied, well, my friends spied a couple of beautiful young women that appeared to be following us through the streets. And let's just say we were both quite excited about that. So we thought, right, we need to somehow meet them without, being ungentlemanly about it. So we wandered into a cafe, and lo and behold, they ventured in and sat at the next table. My goodness, it's all working. That's what we thought. We were already deciding who would have who in the arrangement. Dark times, my loves, dark times. I hadn't learnt etiquette at this point. Not that we were considering, having sexual intercourse or anything. Nothing of that nature. We were just perhaps wooing them for who knows. Anyway, so we were trying to look cool at our table, I suppose you could say, and we ordered these great big uncool drinks. Mine was bright orange. I remember it vividly, the drink, because I never took a sip of it. We were looking cool there. I was doing casting blue steel here and there. And it was working. They kept looking over and giggling. And then the next thing, I moved my arm in a slightly stupid position, and the whole of my drink went into my lap. My friend looked over at me and he was smiling encouragingly, thinking, well, this is all going well, isn't it? I said, look down here. And he looked down and started laughing, and the two girls just up and left. They didn't like it, my loves. They didn't like it. But anyway, that was in my younger years when I didn't have powers of attraction that I got from various mighty tomes, shall we say. Anyway, right, onwards and upwards. That's my little story. Right, so this is for Tim here. Cry for Me by Castle Rat.
Freaks are out again. I watched you drag them to your den. They all wake up at once and scream. skin's been worn and seen. I know you came to heal their pride. Beneath the veil, your father's pride. Cry for me, baby. Now cry for me, baby. Got some feeling coming back. 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 Cry for me, baby. Cry for me, baby. I felt something crawling in the mud. I felt everything I was, all strung up and save the past. Let 'em move in me, so I can never die. Cry for me, baby. Cry for me, baby. There's a red horse on at the door, hurricane of hands that I've ignored. I split myself 6,000 times to give you peace, so I can never die. Cry for me, baby. Cry for me, baby. Got some feeling coming back. Got some feeling coming back. Got some feeling coming back.
That was a beauty. That was a beauty, Tim. That's the lead singer. She's a wild one. I'm sure she is. My goodness. I needed that as a young man. I remember seeing Wayne's World for the first time and Cassandra singing that song, and I thought, my God, I need some strong female vocalists in a rock way to woo me in my bed. That would have done the trick. I tell you that right now. Portraying herself as a warrior woman, and the album is called Into the Realm. My God, I've never added a song so quickly. Thank you very much, Tim. It might not have been used in a film, but it doesn't matter, does it? It doesn't matter at all. Anyway, there we are. Thank you very much for that. Right. That guitar work sounds a lot like something else. Just can't remember what. Yes. She can wail. Wayne. Oh God, I love that film. Second film, not quite as much, but yeah, I must see that again at some point. Anyway, there we go. Crikey, what a lovely, lovely young woman. Anyway, right, the next track is suggested by Josh here. So this is Goo Goo Muck by The Cramps.
When the sun goes down and the moon comes up, I turn into a teenage goo-goo muck. Yeah, I cruise through the city and I roam the streets, looking for something that is nice to eat. You better duck when I show up, the goo-goo muck. I'm the night-head hunter looking for some head with a way-out body underneath that head. Yeah, I'll get you, baby, with a little love, 'cause I'm a teenage tiger and a goo-goo muck. You better duck when I show up, the goo-goo muck. Yeah, the city is a jungle and I'm a beast. I'm a teenage tiger looking for a feast. Yeah, I want the most, but I'll take the least. 'Cause I'm a goo-goo muck tiger and a teenage beast. You better duck when I show up, the goo-goo muck.
Ribbed for her pleasure. Ew.
God damn it,
I didn't. I didn't press stop. Anyway, went on to a bit of the Stranglers there. Wonderful. Was that Stranglers? Let's have a look. Yeah, it was Golden Brown, a song all about heroin. Anyway, yes, wonderful, wonderful. That was a nice song. I've added that as well. It sounds a bit like the singer that did. It might be the same one that did the what's that bird song? Meow 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 meow. That one. Or was that just a coincidence? I don't know. Yes. So Pip. I don't know either of those songs, but if you're already saying the first one might be shite, I'm going to play the second one just because it sounds wonderful. The Stunning, Brewing Up a Storm. That speaks to my fantasy sensibility, so I'll be slinging that on next, my love. Won't be able to go too much longer, unfortunately, because I've got to get my beauty sleep before I get back into that decrepit carriage outside once more. My fucking knee is killing me still from the pedals of this contraption. They're very hard to push down. The clutch is like... It's like trying to stamp on a very small goblin. It's very difficult and bloody. Let's put it that way. Anyway, right. Let's this is this is Brewing Up a Storm by The Stunning. That's right. Here we go.
If the truth hurts, don't look, it might go away. It's easy to pretend pretend that life is a rosy bouquet. I don't need a platter, I'll take it straight from the shelf. Give it to me raw, I'll take it home, cook it myself. Brewing up a storm, brewing up a storm, brewing up inside, and his eyes are wild and it can't go on. He's brewing up a storm. Can't afford to lose touch, can't afford to lose control. The doors are open wide and the wind blows a bitter cold. Man holds a mystery, someone else holds the key. Oh, it's a shame they're the same, the answer doesn't have to be. Brewing up a storm, brewing up a storm, brewing up inside, and his eyes are wild and it can't go on. He's brewing up a storm. In your head, fire in your touch. But I can't chat fire 'cause I love you too much. The race is on, the message is in your soul. As 1,000 thoughts a second now explode. A storm, brewing up a storm, brewing up inside, and his eyes are wild and it can't go on. He's brewing up a storm, brewing up a storm, brewing up inside, and his eyes are wild and it can't go
Fucking hell. That was brewing up a storm. That was nice. That was very nice. Thank you very much for that. I thought I'd just pop on at the end here so you can see my old grizzled fucking face, my labs. It's nice though. I don't. It's nice having the camera off for a bit because I'm laser focused on the camera normally. But this I can do what I like, play with my wand and vape far more than I normally do on camera. And got to get those numbers up, my loves. Anyway, right. So I've only got time for one more song, I'm afraid, and it's already been picked by Jake there. So we're going to end with Black Betty by Ram Jam, my loves. That's a very rousing one to end with. I hope you're able to all sleep nicely after this. I don't know if I will be. I'm probably going to be slightly hipped up after this. But, excuse me. There it is. Professional work here, my loves. Yes, at the moment I'm reading the David Gemmell book. What is it? Dark Moon, I think? Yeah. Interesting. I haven't got that far into it at the moment, but I'm enjoying reading a bit of fantasy for a change. But anyway, there we are. On this Friday, I'll probably be reviewing a Philip K. Dick book, perhaps. I've already got a book haul in the mix, so that may be slopped out before, I don't know. But if I can get the Dick review up, it will make a joke work So that would be the only reason I rush it through if I can. But there we are. That's the level of dedication that I tried to express with this channel. Anyway, my loves, right? Let's end this. Thank you all for popping on again. I gave you all a bit of warning this time. I'll try and do that from now on. So if you ever see that pop up, that's when I'll be popping up. So yes, you can lower your wands now, my loves. Anyway, let's cue this one up. So here we go. Yes, there we go. Right. Yes, so thank you very much. And here we are. Here's the last one. Thank you and good night, my loves. Play, you fuck. Beautiful. Okay, thank you very much for listening, my loves, and I'll see you next time. Thank you very much for all of your wonderful suggestions. I've added pretty much all of them. I'm going to go back and add the ones I missed, but thank you very much, and that was lovely. Good luck with your adventures tonight, Pip. Don't drink too much. I'd be doing the same if I wasn't working tomorrow, but there we are. Yes, have a pleasant rest of your day. Have a lovely sleep when you get there. And yes, we will meet one another again soon. Cheerio, my loves.